There's the stupid button that makes the thing do the recording thing. And let's do it. A factory must grow, says the Weeb-chan. So that's a big old packet of biters coming on in right there. Into regular gun turrets, which is definitely not going to be a good thing. You can see those gun turrets are really having a bad day. I bet fixing those is probably something that we can do in the future, though. So, last time, where were we? Why is everything complaining? Yeah, last time we got... where are they? That's a good question, where are they? Because there was supposed to be a thing here. Hang on a minute. $44, 38. Oh. Helps if you load the right save. There it is. There's the good stuff. So yeah, we got the mana cards going. And now we need to pump those into a different research thing, being the Singularity Lab. Singularity Labs need 5 regular labs, advanced labs, for them to actually do anything. So these things are no good to us anymore, so we can get rid of them. Like so. And I'll get clogged with tech cards. Tell you what, get out of here. It's the start? Oh, what a shame. Hey, Dark Fighty. Okay. Get ourselves a tech card. So the first thing we need to do is get the thingies going. Actually did help myself a little bit to making a few more of these, just to save on time. Now, let's do it up here. So we need Singularity Labs, which is Steel Plate, Processing Unit, AI Core, Electric Engine, Rare Metals, and Advanced Lab. Getting lunch break and zoned out surfing the weebs. Surfing the weebs again. Yeah, steel, thingies, thingies, and thingies. So steel, thingies, thingies, more thingies, every time. I can never find the stupid things. Thingies, and just to be a little bit different, thongies. Now, how many of these thingies do we need? 40, 100, 20, 30, 60, and 5. Got that wrong. That was actually 5. 5 of those. What was it? 40, 100. Yes. Actually, yeah, it was 20. 60 and 30 again. 60 and 30. So now we can make everything make. There's a lot of makes in that. We can make everything make the things. So we don't want to make them. It's a quantum computer. We need a Singularity Lab. Just that. We'll say 10. Sounds totally reasonable. Did I just slide the thing? No good. How are we looking on the old steel department? Oh. We also need to set the thingy here. That would be a good idea, otherwise it won't do anything. There we go. There we go. Now, how are you looking? You're looking rather depressed. We need to move faster that situation right there. That is a most definite more fastering situation. There. And there. See, when you say more faster double it, we mean more faster quadruple it. Means we need one more. There we go. That should speed it up adequately. I think between last time and... I think at the end of last time I stuck some speed productivity modules in there. Which I should really do. Don't forget the acid pipes. It's a good idea. Let's not forget those. Let's not put a robot port in the way of the acid pipes. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? There we go. Now we can do the things and stuff. So what the hell is this? It's like the most British thing I've ever heard. Too far... Oh, whoops. Oh, jeez. It'd help if I actually looked when I was doing these things. There we go. We got it right, finally, hype. Yeah, well, processing unit, though, productivity thingy, those two. Right near... Yeah, I probably will. You... Lacking. Oh, silicon. Alright, so we need to really crank up silicon. Let's have a look at what silicon's doing. This is when it starts. Just the endless, chasing the bottleneck game. So this is our silicon. A silicon. How are we doing this again? We were crushing and then filtering. Okay, it's a stone situation, that's the problem. Three, four, okay. Oh, you just go, that build goes up there, so that's safe to diverge. Yeah, stone starved is definitely what's going on. There we go. Yeah, I want to make sure that stuff gets eaten. There we go. Hey, look at that. Mucha beta. Mucha beta. I probably still need more. Can I productivity these? Fortunately, I don't have any productivity modules to put in to test that theory. Oh, this one isn't plugged in either. Oh, first sneeze. Oh, there's some quality belt painting there. Other crushers got access? Let's not pull that up. How many of these? I mean, worst case scenario, I could always just beacon these. Think. Space of two maximum? 2 maximum. So if I push those out one, I could run beacons up the middle. That would work. And that would save me having to, make more. Which is also admittedly perfectly valid. Oh. I think we've got a more fundamental problem going on here. Have you ever done a newbie start guide for vanilla? Would you have any recommendations? I haven't done a proper one. A few tips, I would say, is... well, the sort of things I can think of is... no matter how much smelting you have, you always need more of it. Hey, look at media. That's probably the biggest thing. Push Alt. That's the second one, is push Alt. Which is up to, yeah, they rolled that out a day or two ago. Yeah, so the Alt key, if I press that, you'll see that all this stuff disappears. So normally it's like this, and you press Alt there, and you actually see there's a button down here. If I press Alt, not Windows key, Alt, see it turns off and on. You have access to the button there too. That was very important because it helps you see what's going on. As soon as you start using it, you'll never have it off. So we need more stone. Yes. You pretty much just always need more smelting no matter what. Where's that go? Oh, that's why it was diverted. Been told green circuits? Oh yeah, you can never have enough green circuits. Pretty much all of them. Green, red, blue, you can never have enough. Yeah, problem solved. Just throw one of these at it. That actually goes off to the oil base. The stuff I have here is a bit skewed because this is running Krastorio, which is a total conversion mod. And being a total conversion mod, it changes up all the recipes. Like, everything here is just completely different. Like, you can see some base parts still in the game, but a lot of stuff's been changed. Biters... A lot of people fear biters. I guess this depends on personal taste. I never really had much of a problem. I remember when I started out, I was unsure if I wanted to do a full playthrough or if I wanted to turn them off. And I decided, you know what, I want to do the full experience, so I'll turn them on. And it was kind of scary at first, but as long as you stay on top of the military, it's fine. Also want to automate production of stuff. Yeah. So you want to automate literally everything. That's probably the other big thing, is that especially coming from Minecraft, you tend to want to handcraft and do things at the workbench. You know, you bring up your crafting inventory and you do it all here. You're better off automating everything. You know, you need inserters, get an assembly machine making them for you. Belt, definitely want an assembly machine making those for you. Here's to go around the military about 50% of the time. You don't have to do all of the military. Generally, you can focus on either... Actually, it's not really true anymore because of tech change, sorry. As long as you stay on top of your bullet damage and bullet shooting speed, you'll be fine. And for most of the game. Those will keep you out of trouble. Can I show it in this? I don't know if I can. Like, it still has the base... This stuff still. Which is in the base game, it's just the recipes are different. Like, this is the... Power Mark II is the end tier in the base game. Flames worth the investment? Oh yeah, they do some damage. Make sure to do a lot of pipe to grounds though, otherwise you'll have a lot of trouble moving around. Gun turrets can't be... Gun turrets tend to be undervalued. They are kind of weak because of their short range though. Like to combine flamers. Yeah, flamers don't... They need a little bit of help to really make the most of them. But yeah, flamers are really good for areas which are under constant attack. Laser turrets, generally, they are not very effective until you get a few damage and shooting speeds into them. They're actually... The unupgraded ones are really quite weak. I'm trying to think of what else there is without overloading it too much. I mean, productivity ones, they go a long way in labs. Really long way. But as I say, I don't want to overload you with stuff. Get upgraded lasers, yeah. Until you get, like, the... Which modules are best? Productivity, go in everything that can take a productivity. Every assembly machine that can take productivity. Speed modules, or pretty much exclusively go in beacons. Beacons can actually take either of these two, efficiency or speed, but as it works out, if you put efficiency in a beacon, it actually ends up worse off than what you start off with. Turrets need a massive amount of... Yeah, so the difference is gun turrets need to be fed ammo. I actually have an example of that over here. See, I have gun turrets here, and it needs to be fed with ammo. Frankie Pants, how you doing? Yeah, so they have to be fed with ammo, whereas a laser turret, all you need to do is feed it power. And in Krastorio, there's actually these railgun turrets as well. This is unique to this mod, though. So you don't have to worry about that. But it introduces the same, back to the original problem. Need to feed them. There's some modded buildings where beacons with efficiency can save power, but yeah. In general, efficiency is... Efficiency 1, 3 efficiency 1s. There is artillery, yes. Now, before I get to artillery, 3 efficiency 1s in a mining drill and 2 efficiency 3s in a pump jack is generally how you use efficiency modules. And efficiency 2s for power armor. So that's the only places where these really stand out, is you put them in your mining. That has the advantage of significantly reducing the pollution output, which stops drawing a lot of biters to mining outposts. The reason I say 3 efficiency 1s is that maxes out the bonus in a mining drill. Three of these will max out the bonus. And yeah, there is artillery turrets, and artillery train wagons. You get a choice of both. I was going to ask if there was an upper limit on efficiency. There is, 80%. So it'll cap out at 80%. Efficiency for mining, productivity for everything except scanners, which use speed. Effectively, yeah. Some assembly machines won't take, or some recipes won't take productivity. See, these take productivity. Now, if I can find one. Say, ammo here, it won't take it. It won't accept it. That was me control clicking then as well. It wasn't clear there. Yep, if I place this, see, productivity modules cannot be used with this. So, basically just put speed in there, speed it up. Speed doesn't always help you though. Because like, if nothing's happening, speeding it up just means a whole lot more and nothing will happen. In general, this page is the items that can be productivity, although there are some exceptions to it. So anything in here can generally be, any crafting in this page can be productivity as a general rule of thumb. As you can see, ammo was here, so it can't be productivity. Haven't used modules much in miners either, but efficiency is really good. It used to be the go-to thing, efficiency, because before version 15, there was only 2 sources of power, which were steam and solar, so you really needed your efficiency. Nowadays, there's more choice. Which power generation do you need? You don't have to move away from coal. You can actually... Well, I say you don't have to. It's a good idea, like I'm still running this one. It's a good idea to change it over to a better fuel though, such as solid fuel. It's up here. You can actually turn oil into solid fuel, which is then burnt, and that's way better than coal. Alternatively, you can go through the labour of making solar, which requires a lot of solar. But the true endgame is nuclear. Such as this example here. Which I need to tweak as well. Yeah, nuclear, it's off the walls for power. Like, yeah, see this is doing 254 megawatts, the nuclear. And then the steam's only doing 11. I think it caps out at 40. There's 64 of them. So 64 times 750, whatever that is. Whoops. I want to craft them. Why do you say efficiency to reduce pollution? They only cut down power costs, they will cut down pollution if the power source... So efficiency modules will reduce the pollution output of the mining drills as well as decrease the energy consumption. Which means that the mining outpost generates less pollution, but yeah, it does also decrease the pollution from your power generation as well. If that makes sense. So it does have a twofold benefit. Yes, it decreases energy consumption, but it also reduces the pollution output. Do I have an example? Why not have both? Oh yeah, it doesn't say reduce pollution, but it does as well. Let's see, I think I have some of these. I had 50 of those, damn. So, if I hover over this, on the right-hand side it says pollution for a minute below the contents. So, 4, now it's 0.8. And you see it's now at its limit, minus 80%. Take one out, it's still at its 80% limit. And that's now at 0.8 pollution. Now it's at 2.4 pollution. So yeah, it doesn't say it, but yeah, it does reduce the pollution output. So that's basically reduced it to nothing. But you do that with efficiency ones, because that hits the limit as well. Yeah, most bases have some combination of coal, solar, and nuclear. I don't normally do solar, because solar's a bit of a pain. It requires a huge investment. Whereas nuclear, I mean, I just had this patch, plus another one, and it's been making all the stuff here, and it's basically fueled forever now. And it's so backed up on stuff. But the catch with nuclear is it takes time to get to this point. You gotta wait quite a while. Pays off though. Once again, productivity, speed, really boost it. Doing things. Interesting. I think I know what that is. Exclamation mark mod is to see mod list. It's a pretty clean mod list. It's basically Krastorio and oh, that's where those productivity modules went. And efficiency modules. That happened ages ago. I accidentally had a spill of modules. There we go. Oh dear. So, now moving on the topic of nuclear, scariest thing I've seen in Factorio is when someone built an FPS game in it. Oh yeah, I've seen a few things like that. There's another guy by the name of Deuces who's done stuff like that. He made like a little Mario thing. Crazy. But he only sporadically appears. A funny guy though. I think he was Canadian. So, on the topic of nuclear, now if I can find it, did I put it in here even? I might not have put it in here. Factorio extended stuff. Ducky! Oh, I remember that. Might have been that. Yeah, that's for later. I've been doing thinking. I actually need to check the notes on Discord that I wrote for this. Wherever it is. Oh, it's back there. Huh. Dangerous? I know. I live it on the edge, playing around these tracks. Yeah, so these things here output, in Krastorio, they output 200 steam, and these only consume 50 steam. 10 steam, sorry. What is it? I go, 250. And these should be 50. Yeah, 50. Which means that it's 1 to 5. Oh, the thinking, that too. Now, where's my notes? Where's my thingy? There. Oreo. So, I was ranking a neb, talking about modding things. There it is. Let's see. Push the right buttons, I hope. Did Krastorio change the uranium output? Yeah, it did. It added a whole bunch of other stuff to it. There it is. That's my screenshot. So that's what a 2x2 nuclear would look like in Krastorio using the Mark 1s. I went to the trouble of actually making it. And as it turns out, one pump perfectly supplies these. So all I need to do nuclear is just that. You can improve it with adding this Mark 2 turbines, which is a good idea. I changed this nuclear, the game nuclear, this nuclear into this nuclear, but I might as well just do the Mark 2s. So we'll work our way through that, perhaps instead. Other jobs to do is to move this somewhere more convenient. I'm actually thinking about moving them here. Might straighten off that coastline a little bit, because it's got close proximity to this, which is sulfuric acid for the uranium. Like I can ship out uranium. Oh no, it doesn't matter actually. It's just not this sulfuric acid. What do I need a sulfuric acid for? I think it was for something further down the line. But it also gives me access to water for heavy water, and a few other things. But that's a divergence from getting this science rolling. Alright, are we making these things now? We are. How are we looking over here? You're in need of modules. It's completely dead of silicon. Alright, we're out of stone. Well, let's mine these. Try and satisfactory. I have. I'm not a big fan of it though. I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me like Factorio does. Let's maybe make our way on these. So, mining drill. Mining drill, what was it? Steel gear and rare metals. This thing that I'm working on here is Mine Make Everything. It's an entirely... It's a fully automated based system which maintains... You set how much you want in the network and it will maintain it, and it will also craft all the intermediates needed to maintain that stuff. So... Metals every time. Ooh, that's a little much. Still a little much. 5? I think it was 5. 4. Different. I just couldn't remember what it was. So needs a planning view from the sky. And yeah, it's just not fun building things is the problem with it. I think is really what it... I can't think of any more any way to elaborate it beyond that, as it just needs... it just makes... Building is just a pain in the ass in it. Teching up is a pain in the ass. I think it has been fixed somewhat. Yeah, make 50 of them. Building something isn't bad. Building something 10 times... yeah, it's just such a pain. It's just excruciating. Where is it? There. See, now this light's come on. I think it already called for gears, but yeah. And it's satisfied for mining drills already. The reason it's satisfied for mining drills is there should be a mining drill thing here, which I'm going to get rid of, because we don't need that anymore. Play some Nordica is kind of... I have watched people play it. I don't think it's really my kind of thing. I just haven't... It's another one which, again, it's... just doesn't grab me. I think I'm kind of done on the whole crafting survival game type thing. I just can't do it anymore. Right, let's pull those in. For them. Need boost. If you can supply it. Trying to think of 3D versions of Factorio farming sims? Perhaps Slime Rancher? I haven't looked into Slime Rancher. Hey, Laser, how you doing? I should do Slime Rancher. It does seem kind of fun. It's too bad I missed out on getting it for free on Epic when it was free. Is it multiplayer as well? I don't remember. It's very chill. It is. It's a very relaxed game. I've been enjoying Stardew Valley as well. I do evening time Stardew Valleys. Alright, we're almost got enough of this. Things I do for getting these Singularity Labs up. Oh. In saying that, while that's happening, let's put down the first of the Singularity Labs. Let's see how big they are. I also don't know how fast they are. So this could get interesting. We're not going to have 2 rows of these things now. Have a productivity. That's a lot of noise it's making. But it is going. Right, let's delete this. Yeah, all that. Including all the tech cards. Wow. Let's do a substation instead, because it's a high-tech machine. It needs something proper. Praise what? Exactly. Are those red undergrounds long enough? In this they are, yes, because they get changed. And we only need every second one for these substations. We don't want to go too silly, after all. We do need one there, though. Just need to be fed, they do. Yeah, what do they reach? 10. These are 20, these are 30. Presumably the next ones are 40, so their reach is actually kind of ridiculous. There we go. And that's the first goal. That's the goal from last time done and out of the way. It only took us, what, 33 minutes to get there? To get these things rolling? Excellent. I mean, I could go all out from all that racket. It'd almost be irresponsible not to. There's probably a lot of science research rate right there. Worth Krastorio worthwhile? Definitely. Poor path. Almost. It's almost blocking the path. I need to move him over 2 tiles or so. Make it a little bit further, given that it's like red and green are no longer needed. Hey! Speaking of, how's it looking? Red's still looking a little sad. Still, how you doing? It's time to expand red though. Now that it's starting to look a little bit sensible. We'll expand it and then we need to go... We've got the mining drills, so we need to expand our mining next. That's probably way too long, but eh. The more the merrier. Something like that. Actually two very big drains on circuits there. Not circuits, on copper there. Gee, you're having a bad time. I can play this. What is it? Classic Aussie Chill. It's basically every 100% hits best of 2000 through to 2010. Because once upon a time I used to buy all those. And then it's just playing through Winamp. I really need to change it so that it uses the Prime integration. It's not supposed to do it this way. I need to figure out how to set it all up. So as long as you got Prime, then... didn't we all? Each season had a new CD pair? Yeah, I got a few seasonal ones as well. I have most of the hit machines as well before they were discontinued. The trouble is with those things is that they were generally best of that record label. Like So Fresh is best of Sony. Hit Machine was best of, I can't remember now, Warner I think. And 100% Hits was best of EMI. Several So Fresh. They were okay for a while, and then they sort of went crap. They're still cooking away nicely. I think these, let's see, 9, 8, 7. Yeah. Because this one's beacon aligned. The music went crap. There's a bit of that too. So, in fact, hang on. Where is it? Hottest 100 of... Hottest 100 of the decade. Jim Morian coming on in with that raiding party. How you doing? Hey, little research assistant. How you doing, Jim Morian? Jim Morian, Chill Raid. How you doing, everybody from the Chill Squad? You're doing great? Wonderful. Friendos. If you don't know who Jim Morian is, he's a cool guy. Does dual streams. He's been playing Oxygen Not Included. Does a bit of Minecraft as well. A lot of Transport Fever 2. Yeah, that's the one. And a bit of Factorio as well. Hey, Zelda and Wild Cane. How you doing? Yeah, if definitely go over, give him a follow if you want to check out a cool dude who does Zelda's all over it, the cool dude, with a nice chill stream. Proper kind of chill stream, not the other kind of chill stream. This would be Hottest 100 2003. Ken Empire had their good album drop. Oh yeah, the original one. But they were discovered just in a pub one day, I think, by one of the radio DJs, I think. There were a bunch of nobodies, and just this dude was like, "Hey, I like what you do." 2003 was also that speaking of radio DJs, that was that what's her face that did that terrible song, and it was in the charts for some reason, and then it turned out that the girl's record, the record label the girl was for, the dude What's his name? Kyle. It's like it's like it's like the original Kyle. What was it? Sanderlands? Something like that. Kyle Sanderlands. Yeah, he had people go out and buy all the albums from stores to put it into the charts. I've forgotten her name. Oh, it was terrible though. And that pretty much ruined the charts here forever, because when it found out that I needed to go down and buy like a few hundred CDs to get a song to chart really well. I don't know, I got completely distracted from what I was doing. That's right. I was looking up Hottest 100 chart manipulation. Yeah, just a tiny bit. So it was the Hottest 100 of the decade from 2010 to 2020. Yeah, here it is. Let me switch over. Here it is. Oop, you don't need to see that. Apparently we're... Yeah, tomorrow, that's the one. If you knew which stores were part of the chart list, you were golden. Yeah, and it was easy to manipulate here. So yeah, this is the Hottest 100 of the decade, which just came out. So, for those who don't know, Triple J is like... what's the best? It's like the independent, but not the foaming mad independents. Well, they're kind of foaming mad independent at times. But it's like... Generally, where anyone who isn't a lover of the hardcore mainstream stuff would go. It's like alternate, but it's basically mainstream here. Yeah, so it's actually surprising that Tame Impala took #1. Yeah, somebody used to know. 2011, 2013, 2013, 2010, 2010. Big jet plane, big song. Apparently, yeah, she was his girlfriend at the time. It's basically, you know what? That has a lot of parallels to what's his face now, Stijo and that what's her name? Lisa something Lou. Oh yeah, I'm a lawyer because I did some law stuff in a business degree, business certificate or something. Let's not get into that though. There's plenty of people talking about that. It started permeating into my feed finally, even though it's a few weeks old. That's thing that happened. Riptide, 2013, 2010. See, there's a pattern. In fact, like it's all around 2010 to 2013 in the. Of course, it's slightly biased. And this songs by see. 3, 6, 6. That's 15, 25. Yeah, and then you go 2014. It's like brr. Most of them are like the last 5 years have been pretty terrible for music. Even 2014 was a bit average, but 2014 was all. That was when those mega mixes were trendy. Yeah, 2013, so everything was good, gold, and then it sort of ran aground. I think it was in 2014, a friend of mine said that, my record producer friend said that they were really pulling out of dedicated artists and relying more on talent shows like, you know, that, what are they now? The Voice, those sort of shows. I can't think of them. Like, this is how little attention I pay. Big Name, X Factor, Australia's Got Talent, those ones, yeah. And the international equivalents. Yeah, they're all pumping it into those now. Coffee's done. A lot of others look at who gets big by TikTok numbers. Oh yeah, TikTok's really taken off, hasn't it? But it makes sense. Like, you cut out so much work by doing it that way. Now, let's make a start on these. I need optimization card, which requires a satellite. But I can start working on these. and unlock the final tier of processing. Advanced pickaxe, eh? Need that. So yeah, we're now... Hey! Hey, how you doing? Sorry, I had to do a double take then. You switch the chat to the other chat. What's our time? 45. Alright, let's now... Now that we're back on track... let's find our way over to the stone mining. Actually, you know what? Still working on your first mega base? Nice. Just chugging along. TikTok and talent makes no sense. TikTok's been a big deal for the professional streaming community. Everyone's been clamoring at it. So what's the difference? Pollution, 5x5, 5x5, 1.5. So they are slightly faster. They're not, that's interesting. They're not a huge boost. They're a little bit of a boost. That is a huge departure from normal. I'll release those into the base. That way more machines can do it. TikTok. Oh yeah, I as well. I'll tell you what, let's change chatty a little bit. Want. That's a bit better. I drop the font to increase the spacing between messages. That way it's a little bit easier to distinguish them. Yeah, that's it better. Yeah, chatty takes a fair bit to tame. So, I'm gonna drop that down to 1 belt. Yeah. Let's do one of these little lane balancer redos. There's actually quite a bit going on inside that. It's kind of interesting. Just do that. It's not great practice doing that, but you really don't want to be shuffling things around randomly. But the reason I'm doing it is just to keep it moving, which is more like if it was just compressed, it wouldn't matter. But this is just to really maximize the speed of pulling it out. You gotta maximize your pull-out speed. Oh dear, I had to do it, didn't I? Couldn't help it. Oh, and that would also help. Exactly. Giga T. Giga Tay. Yeah, screw it. It can be fixed later. Gotta ram itself in there. Hey, are you looking so sad and depressed? Sorry. Oh, right, because no... I think I need another cup of coffee. Now. First step. I could run a train here, but I'm not going to. There. Or none of them line up, just the way you like it. Yeah, well, I'm going to go one further and actually eliminate that gap. Oh, we'll get 3 belts out of that, which will be probably 1 green belt. I'm actually not sure what I'll get out of it. See. A lot less, actually. Well, that's what I thought. Well, we'll smoosh it all down anyway. Okay. Get rid of you. Put one of these in. But oh, hang on. I don't actually need to do that. There should be one over... where is it? Here. A backwards one. Ah, yeah, and it's taking it, it's a priority. Good. Yeah, see it's draining out, so it'll eventually thin out. Oh, coffee cup's empty. It's already empty, that's sad. Fortunately, there's another puddle of stone over there, so we can make use of that one as well. And then, if I was really keen, I could extend out to there, but I might track that one. At the very least, let us run a little bit more stone mining out here. They stepped over blue and went straight to green from red. Yeah, generally... I do have a bit of a thing for red belt, admittedly. I do the same in Factorio Extended as well. I'll usually go straight to the pink one, the purple belt. I never use the green belt. So it's the one downside when you add more tiers is it can be quite easy to leapfrog over them. I did it again. There we go. Is this Krastorio? It sure is. Those are some Mark II miners which it offers, which I haven't really played around with. I've just been using regular ones. Probably the one nice thing about this game is, or this mod pack, is it doesn't force you into upgrading, and as is the case with Factorio in general, is that it doesn't really punish you for not upgrading like most games do, or mods for games, for that fact. There we go. Oh, that made it back up. Well, let's... Interesting. It's tempting to put down a warehouse or something. One of these things. Container? Warehouse. I need to play around with warehouses anyway, with train loading and unloading, but they're pretty dense. Ugh. There we go. Alright, that's doing what it should now. Now, I'm going to follow through on my thread of... It's going to get stuck. Follow through on this thread of upgrading these. How has that affected my production, though? Well, my production's non-existent, apparently. Those are coming away nicely, however. is you doing? You're struggling... Oh, you got nitric acid. Oh, you're struggling a little bit on nitric acid, though. Ah, you're not having any nitric acid. You're missing ammonia. Alright, why are you missing ammonia? Are you missing hydrogen? You are missing hydrogen. Things. Why are we missing hydrogen? Because we've got too much chlorine. So I need to get rid of chlorine somehow. Yeah, you make chlorine. Hydrogen. Technically, you make too much oxygen too. So is there anything we can do with oxygen chlorine? Chance. I wonder. Electrolysis with sand. Yeah, apparently electrolyzing sand makes chlorine. I can make water with those two. Can you burn it? You can just burn it off. I'm just wondering if there's a process I can use. Like a fuel. Hydrogen chloride. There you go. Hydrogen chloride and oxygen. Make some rocket fuel with it. Because I got too much hydrogen chloride. That's why it's... No. Never mind. The real question is, can I vent the chlorine near the blinders? It's just what you want to vent, isn't it? Just some raw chlorine. Vent chlorine into space. It's fine. Oh dear. Either that, or... atmospheric condensers for hydrogen. Which I believe you can do as well. This shouldn't upset it. Totally, there we go. Right, let's get up there. Now, another thing I need to know is tritium. So that's, yeah, lithium and rare metals and uranium. That's why I wanted to take the uranium processing over to the chemical base. Because everything's there to do tritium. Hello, bots. Look at them go. Nope. And noped out of here. Where the hell do you go? Or just another connection. I could probably just get out of here entirely. Right, can I change these before they actually make the stuff and things? Ideally. Hopefully, maybe, Dang it. Nitrogen got in there. See, because now I can't... now I can't... just change it. Can't mix fluids. X. It's going to be like that, isn't it? Perhaps should have been a little bit more proactive on dealing with it. Okay, let's extend this along. What I'm gonna do... Just gonna add this here. Tank system. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna limit how much it outputs. So that way we're relying primarily on the electrolyzers, not on these. Drain. I mean, it could still just burn the excess off. That's fine. Entirely possible. Probably overdoing the these things a little bit. Hey, it's running though. Say this is less than 10k, then okay. How it is. They don't connect. Good to know. Yeah, they don't connect. Are you double smelting copper? How do you mean? Like, hey, father. Stream's 900. That's kind of odd. Yeah, I dropped the resolution a little bit. It records at 2K though. How's that done things? Hopefully that'll consume all the chlorine. Going into steel. Yeah, I'm doing enrichment. I'm not like smelting the copper twice. Pretty sure I haven't seen any recipe that lets you smelt copper twice in this. Stacking itself, or the fact that I threw modules into it. I should probably change that to a mixture of speed and productivity. Now, how is our silicon looking? Next step. Now. One, two, 3, and 1, 2. So it needs to be there. Yeah, over 1 tile. That's all it needs. Just 1 tile. 1 whole tile. How hard could that be? Except... I'm gonna go there, and then there. Uh-oh. There. Nope, there. Toolbar. Toolbar things. Yeah, it does that now. And that way I can squeeze some beacons in. Have to move all this crap. Point 0.7, it's gaining. Now you're backed up. Trouble is you're still backed up. You need... uses oxygen. You use oxygen? I think I have anything plugged into oxygen at the minute. Should be going into one of the fuels, I thought. Yeah, these things take oxygen and ammonia. I guess I'll have to move fuel up here next. That way I can bleed off the oxygen. Probably do both. What is it? Both this fuel using the hydrogen chloride and the ammonia one. Basically equivalent though. Hydrogen and nitrogen. So this one you're adding... You got hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Nitrogen being the third one. This one... you're adding... hydrogen to it? Or oxygen to it? Oxygen to it. Yeah, this one you're electrolyzing with oxygen chlorine, and you're adding... Electrolyzing to get hydrogen chlorine, and then you're adding oxygen from a condenser. This one you're using water to make oxygen and hydrogen, and then using condensate to get the nitrogen. Oh, that's a lot of words. So many words. Too many words. But yeah, it's like it's either one of these and then one of these. Clear as mud. Makes sense. Perfect. Glad we cleared that up. I was worried there for a minute. Probably wouldn't help them turning all this into sand too. Or turning all this sand into landfill. Basically just dumping it. The words world, then you get words. The world's words, and then we get the words. Sure. I don't even know what I need next. Other than to make these flashy things go away. Or bad just go away. Either or. Elena La Loca, long time indeed. How you doing? What's the time? Now. So we shored up silicone. I'm just wondering if it was enough though. Really. Probably going to start really pushing this a little bit hard if I go for any more. I mean, I can try. Sure try. I could probably drop a beacon in there, actually. Hey, man, Lena. Been keeping well? Keeping isolated, no less? A little hiccup. Could move the rocket fuel over, admittedly, too. I love the super path. Super path is best path. So, we get rid of these, and then we can cram a beacon in, make it all go faster. If I can find a beacon. There's a beacon. Beacon, 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 beacon. Can. Won't be a lot of beaconage, but a little bit's better than nothing. Hopefully I won't kill power today. That's actually a good point. I should shore up power again. I mean, this thing can cap out at like 4 gigawatts, sorry. So nuclear should hold things together. As long as I don't run out of material for nuclear, then it should be all good. Well, let's economize this a little bit. There. I don't think I'm going to be running these for quite some time, like the whole lot. Burp. What a noise. What a racket. Take 3, eh? Die hot potatoing power cells to reactors. Wonder if Clowntown has done that yet. I haven't actually seen... I know he's... I haven't really caught him do the hot potato. Admittedly, a lot of these really don't need to be beaconed. I can do that and quite comfortably be fine. It's just itself, really. Itself is the it's holding it up. I don't know what the number is to max it out. Like, I don't have the numbers off the top of my head. So I think the best solution to that is to just keep copy and pasting it until I can't supply it anymore. I mean, that seems perfectly reasonable. It looks like the copper's getting pretty close to the end, though. The end of what it can tolerate. That's backing up. It's a good sign. It'll start spilling over there, which means I'll start getting a second belt, which is good. Oh yeah, copper's dead. Copper. Really needs another belt. Which means I need a third belt of copper. I need to bring up one of these. Apparently I'm still using these horrible old smelters. I said grab the belt. Damn it. I may need a more faster up. There. More faster up some of this. Don't know if it can supply 3 smelters. I'm actually pretty confident it can't take 3 belts. Right, fuel's coming in. Excellent. Eating it. I genuinely don't remember how many belts I made that for. What is that? What is what? Baba is you? The ore I'm sticking into the smelting rate? It's the processed copper. I'm gonna need to go to one of the big boy balances. Big boy fancy pants balances now. Actually, that can just go there. It's enriched, yeah, it's enriched copper ore, which is like a second step in the process chain for. Oh, fine. Now. Yeah, gonna have to carry on. How do I want to do this? Like, there's a few ways to do a split off. And I really want a second belt going up. Or better yet, create a high-speed lane. Like that. So I don't need a second belt. Can I actually reach all the way? No, I can't. Hey-oh! Glacier Wolf. Throwing down that 4-month Twitch Prime. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who drops down that sub. Let me show some love and hype in chat there for Glacier Wolf. There we go. Oh, now it's all backed up. Yeah, instead of doing 3 belts, I could have just done 2 green, like 1 green belt or 2 green belts. There we go. And that's, I think, an adequate amount of dithering about. These could probably benefit from productivity as well. Red circuit belt. Ah. I don't know how much this actually used still. Yeah, it goes back to the original problem here, which admittedly is a me not fixing it problem. But adding the extra smelting for copper seems like a good idea anyway. One of them good ideas. Alright. Give this side the same treatment. That's... It's all in my pockets now. Have I been experiencing instant issues? Get connections with really bad jitter? Off and on. Varies throughout the day for me. I don't know how it would affect, how, like, my experience, I would imagine, would be a bit different to yours, because mine is whenever school starts up. Oops. I wanted to do. Rid of that. Bad reboot mode several times to get on... Get a better node, damn. That's not great. Now, I can do this. As I say, I wasn't going to win awards for being beaconed, but it's better than nothing. Oh yeah, it would help if I released that too. not call your mother yesterday? Damn. Just couldn't do anything. I mean, being Mother's Day and all, you kind of want to. Which was on a few days ago now, wasn't it? It was yesterday for you, wasn't it? Yesterday? No. No. Can't remember. Oh dear. For you it was yesterday? It was... Sunday? Monday. Close to 2 days ago. Yeah, Sunday. I've been inside for way too long. Right, so those are pooping out stuff. Where's it even coming from? Seems to be consistently outputting like a solid belt, and I don't understand. Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Which makes sense. You'd hate it if tomorrow was yesterday. Then you'd be worried. One side needs more sand. It shouldn't need more sand. Like, in theory, one of these should supply to... Oh, apparently not. Okay. Stand corrected. I was going to say, in theory, it should be 1 to 2, but apparently it isn't. Okay. We can fix. That is true. Oh, I don't think the beacons are actually affecting anything yet, because none of these... Do any of these... Oh yeah, a few of them do. I think a few of them do have in them. No, none of them have modules. But yeah, I will need to beacon this side as well. Even without beacons, it might be enough. I actually don't need those. I'll just pretend that one doesn't exist. That one there. When you're in Japan, you would call your little brother who was in Canada and tell him, I'm calling you from the future. And it'd blow his mind. It's really making him suffer. It's just funny though how it just doesn't go anywhere. Just doesn't go anywhere. Okay, I guess I can't ignore it. I won't ignore it then. A gullible age. And I think that's actually was bottlenecking modules at the same time. Yeah, silicon there. It's making it to the end now. It's a good sign. How down do they go? Yeah, that's sort of reaching the end. a good flow, however. It's eating up all the rare metals, however. Which is the next problem. Ah, backing up. Backed up. What module's waiting for? When they were young, they removed gullible from the dictionary to avoid it affecting children. So cool on the other side of the interstate line, so I was the first on the day. Just get to be first, in every sense of the term. Oh, it's just itself by the looks of that. Electronic components. Where do you in? There. Ah, yeah. This is probably a bad idea. What's really going to do is strain it even harder. Ah, it is running max. Vancouver saw his last day of the... Oh, yeah. Far end of the time zone. What's left? There you are. Send that garbage into that chest. Oh, there's still something. There it is. There's always one more. Actually, two more. RB, alrighty. Look it up. Eh, that's no good. Might as well make it green. Why is the yellow belt somewhere? Just like there's always a bigger fish. There, that is very true. Yeah. Now red's backed up. I got a solution to this problem. Always a bigger build. I mean, tidying up this catastrophe of belts would be a good idea too. That requires tidying it up. And I've sort of grown accustomed to it. I'm actually impressed that it's still all compressed. There we go. It's not compressed anymore. Does mean we can make more of it though. Sure, that won't go wrong in any way. Might as well bump it to green. Love this song. Your brother went to the concert, said it was amazing. It's a pretty cool song, isn't it? Pretty cool track. Red becomes green. It's actually a fair amount of effort needed to make the purple belt in this. At least as far as I can tell so far. I might be wrong. Yeah, I'll make those stack as well. I said it ages ago, we should do a communal playlist. Community playlist. I don't know how to manage it though. I kind of don't want to be dependent on Spotify and all that. Backed up. Manage it with lots of culling. Yeah, that's what I've seen of a lot of community playlists. Is it always becomes a mess. It becomes a huge administrative nightmare to manage. Because music, yeah, as it turns out, a lot of people don't really have taste in music at all. Song request for points. You're not really supposed to do song requests. That's why I don't have it enabled. Also because if anyone is like me, like you start with Star Trekking and generally descend down from there. Yeah. And because of all the years of Rage, watching Rage, I know a lot of weird songs that are basically only legal to play at like 2 AM in the morning. Melody, harmony, and rhythm, all the things are optional in songs these days. Yeah, so we cured that problem. Now we created 10 more. The Iridium Belt. Iridium? I've got the Stardew Valley on the mind. Superior Belts. Immersium? The way of Factorio, it is. Immersium gear? Which I think I already have. Yeah, the plate. Plate is powder and rare metals. Not to be confused with the crystal. The crystal. Yeah, low density as well. I didn't actually see that. Oh yeah. Keep in mind that this thing takes 40 of them. So one underground belt of the purple kind takes 40 of these. There's 40 low density structures into that. It's a whole lot of ouch. That's true endgame territory. I think the balance overall is really good. I think it's time to maybe expand. I wouldn't mind shoring up power though. Low density cheaper? No, it's the same. So it is actually very expensive. Fortunately, I'm not really using it at the minute. Well, better yet, what do I need to do? What are my goals? Like, that's fine. We have some basic outposting going on. Rocket, maybe. And this is because we're almost upon break time, so I'm thinking about what to do next. Hello. We could shore up defenses. I wouldn't mind getting into the next tier of power, though. I need a radar there. Maybe next time. Next we'll work on maybe getting these supplied, and then we'll do power. See if we can do that today. So yeah, we'll do. In fact, in prep work, we'll start making the materials for the next tier of power. Conveniently, here's the recipes I produced earlier. I might actually even have already. The mining drills. Waiting for. Regular mining drills. Why aren't you giving me regular mining drills? Oh, is it a buffer chest thing? No. Regular mining drills. This is the advantage of this thing. Why can't we have electric rail guns? I know, right? You need automation cores and iron beams. I don't think I'm doing automation cores in here. Not coming up. Oh, you know what it'll be? This is be not set to do automation core. What is it? Iron beam, automation core, and gear. 2 cores, 5 and 2. Two and 5. There we go. That'll make the thing to do the stuff. Junk. Did I change the wrong one? Yes. Ah. What did I do? What did I do to what? Undo. There we go. That'll fix that. So you need steel, core, and pipe. Of course, helps if you change the right one. Something like 5, wasn't it? 4 and 10, close enough. Yep, there we go. One job. Exactly. Okay, now it just needs automation cores, which are also not automated. Well, they are. They're automated down here. I think it's safe to say that I don't need this anymore. It'll pump some into the network. Yeah, we'll start phasing this out and moving it over to the bots. Neo. Automation cores. Copper, stick, and gear. Stick. Copper, and gear. How many was it? It was 6, 4, and 4. 6 being the copper, yeah. And 4. And you make automation cores, and here they come. How many is it trying to make? It's trying to make 50-ish. If I was really keen, I could pump that full of speed more just to really crack it on. Pipe is another one that can go, because that's in the ME already. Inserters are in the ME, but they're not out of here. Kicking the gears out. I say kicking out, I'm probably going to have a supply area just here. Like, just a whole bunch of tap-offs to the bot network. Like, just bring it all up here. Nation cores. Tear this up. Nope. Something like that. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna go do a break right now, and then we're gonna go supply the defences with railguns, rail gun ammo thing stuff. That crap. Railgun shells, or explosive railgun shells actually. So yeah. Gonna do a break right now.